originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking. And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets a made. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain. Lawrence completing it here to Marvin Jones. The numbers for Jones last week, 5 catches, 60 yards. And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Lawrence will throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Jacksonville made Christian Kirk the headliner of their 2022 free agency spending spree, and he's one of the highest paid receivers in the league right now. So what do they expect? For him to get his first career 1,000-yard season and give them big-time production. He gets them a first down right there. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing. Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now. Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long. Here's Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off. Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta. And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. At their own 11. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dewan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To try again after the sack, Ryan. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their... bodies when they run their routes.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Play action. It's Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Manhertz, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Lawrence.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Trading for DeForest Buckner 2 years ago, still a shrewd move for the Indianapolis Colts. He's anchored their defense with 6.5 sacks in that time, as well as garnering All-Pro and Pro Bowl honors.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away.
Rodgers on the return.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now it's Ryan.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Here's Ryan.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Boy, how about the strength there after the catch? I've got to get back in the gym myself now. I'm inspired. Boom, he shook off some tacklers. Bang, fighting to get to the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Dancing to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. First down now, but that clock rolling.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan is going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lawrence.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Lawrence.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
174 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when they decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new...
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Rodney McLeod.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 198 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Josh Allen accumulated 7.5 sacks last season to lead Jacksonville and their rebuilding defense. Not quite the Pro Bowl season he had as a rookie. They expect him to continue to blossom and is a future All-Pro.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, connection made with Chenault. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Again, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker, who got in and dropped him to the turf. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. A final shot now for Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive.